Alright, what up guys? Today in this video I'm going to be talking about the Black Hammer and specifically about the White Nail perk and what it does and how Bungie's going to nerf it in the next DLC, or maybe even a little bit before the next DLC, the Taken King. And in this video right here guys, I'm just playing different Vanguard strikes, and I'm just going to show you what the Black Hammer does on each Vanguard strike and what it does to every boss that you have to fight. Now the reason why I'm playing the Vanguard strikes is because I'm trying to get the Hopscotch Pilgrim, the pulse rifle, because I want to try that weapon out, and I'm trying to get the dry rot shotgun as well, because I heard that's a really good shotgun. But what the White Nail perk does for the Black Hammer is every time you land 3 precision shots rapidly, which again, it doesn't have to be that rapidly, it refills your clip with 3 more shots so you can continue to shoot without having to reload. So what Bungie's going to do, instead of it just giving you 3 more shots so you can continue to shoot, it's going to take the ammo that you have and it's going to put that into the clip, and so you don't have to reload, but you still it's taken away from the ammo that you have. And as you can see here in this video that I'm showing you, how many shots it takes to do damage to these bosses in these Vanguard strikes, and it's a lot more than 18 shots. Now the reason why I like the Black Hammer and the White Nail perk is because when you're playing these Vanguard strikes, they can seem and take you know, a long time to do. And you know, the number one reason is because these boss battles, even on level 28, can take a long time because they take a lot of damage. And with the Black Hammer, since you can continue to shoot over and over as long as you get a precision shot, it makes these boss battles go a little bit quicker. And again, that's why I like the Black Hammer, because I can play these Vanguard strikes pretty quickly. So in my opinion, what they should do with the nerf, again, I don't think they should nerf it at all, but if they are going to nerf it, I suggest that they nerf the time in between the precision shot. They nerf that, because right now, again, I haven't really timed it, but it seems like between shots you can do, like, you can take your time. So it's like, I think it's around 4 or 5 seconds where you can take your first shot, line up your next shot, shoot again, line up your third shot, shoot again. And again, I think that's around 4 to 5 seconds. And what I think they should do is change that 4 to 5 seconds into maybe 2 to 3 seconds. So you really have to rapidly shoot the enemy with a precision shot to get that perk to work. I think that would be a better option than just allowing you to get the perk, but it's taken away from your ammo. And the Black Hammer can only carry I think 18 rounds. And as you see in this video right here, especially when I get to the server tour, and in the past little clips that I showed you, 18 shots is nothing when you're playing these Vanguard strikes. And when I get to the servitor, you can actually count how many times I shoot the servitor with precision shots. And I think it's around 40. It's around 40 shots consecutively, and you know, and if that's with other people shooting at the servitor as well. So, you know, if you think about it, 18 shots compared to 40, 18 shots isn't going to make that much of a difference at all. And, you know, if I was playing by myself, I think it would take like, I don't know, 70 shots maybe to kill the servitor if I kept landing precision shots. And the reason why I don't think they should nerf this, especially if you like to play Vanguard strikes, if you're trying to get a certain drop or a certain weapon, or if you're just bored, you'll be able to play more Vanguard strikes, you know, just a little bit quicker. Because right now, I think it takes around 20 to 30 minutes to complete a Vanguard strike, around there. Probably more around 20 to 25. And if you take this Black Hammer perk away, or the White Nail perk away, it's going to make these Vanguard strikes a lot longer. And that's going to make people not want to play. Which is, I think, is a bad thing, in my opinion. You know, another thing they're going to nerf is the Gjallarhorn. And, you know, I don't really agree with that either. Because if you play PoE, the Prison of Elders, on 34 or even 35 especially, in certain situations, like during the PoE 34 this week was a lot of Fallen, and there's one round where you just have to kill all the Fallen and survive, and then, you know, the next round you just gotta kill all the Fallen again. And you have you know, major captains and major vandals, and the vandals are the ones that shoot the guns that track you, like the bullets track you, so they do a lot of damage, and there's like 3 of them, and they're all shooting at you along with the captains and the other enemies. And if you actually shot a Gjallarhorn at them, it doesn't really do that much damage on 34 or 35. And you know, the only you know, it's the Gjallarhorn's really powerful in the old like raids, like on Atheon and on Crota as well. But in this new stuff, it's really not that powerful. In any shooter that you play, there's always going to be an OP weapon. A lot of people say the Gjallarhorn's OP, but I mean, it is, but there's no other rocket launcher like it. There's no other rocket launcher with Wolfpack rounds. And the only good rocket launchers that I can think of, but they still don't even compare to it. Maybe like the Truth will compare to it a little bit. But, you know, you got the Hunger of Crota, you got the Ash Factory, which are good rocket launchers. But other than that, like, I can't really think of another rocket launcher that's really any good. And in this, I watched this YouTube video of this Destiny guy that's working on the Taken King, and he was explaining. Oh, before I get to this, right here, guys, I'm just showing you all the different sniper rifles that I have in this comparing. So if you want to check that out, you know, go ahead. But as I was saying, I was watching this YouTube video of this guy that's working on the Taken King, and he explains that he wants people to think about what weapons they should use depending on what the circumstances and the mission they're doing or the raid they're doing, whatever. And they just don't want people saying, oh, I'm just going to use the Gjallarhorn, which to me doesn't make any sense, because most of these you know, raids, they can fix this, but not by nerfing the Gjallarhorn. They should make the raids like every now and then have certain modifiers like void damage, arc damage, solar damage, and that will give people reasons to use different weapons, not only the different rocket launchers, but different primary weapons or secondary weapons that people might not use as often, because in a regular PvE situation, there's other guns that they might like more because they're more effective without a certain burn on them. So I think that's one way they could fix like the situation where people are always using the Gjallarhorn, because if they add certain modifiers to, like, I don't know, like the raids, the Vanguard strikes would be really cool if every now and then there would be a certain modifier to it. Or even the daily missions, like the Vanguard missions or bounties that you have to do. You pick up a bounty and it will say arc damage is more effective when you're doing this bounty. I think that would be a better way than nerfing the Gjallarhorn, especially when the Taken King comes out. Who knows what the new weapons are going to be like and how good they're going to be. I'm sure there's going to be an OP weapon in the Taken King, just because whenever you're playing these games, especially shooters, and especially since this is like an RPG, there's got to be weapons that are like any other weapon in the game, because that makes it more special. I mean, everybody was trying to get the Gjallarhorn this first year, and when they did get it, it was exciting, and they're trying to take that away from people trying to get the Gjallarhorn. Even though this weekend they sold the Gjallarhorn, so right now it's kind of pointless. But before then, it was really exciting to get a Gjallarhorn, and every week people were like, oh well, this would be the week I get a Gjallarhorn, and that's a good thing in games when there's a particular weapon that's really good, and they're trying to take that away, and I think that's a bad idea. So again, I think if they add modifiers to the Vanguard strikes, to the raids, and to the daily missions or bounties, then that would be a better option than nerfing the Gjallarhorn, in my opinion, and nerfing the Black Hammer. There are some weapons that need to be nerfed, and there are some weapons that need to be buffed, but I don't think that the Gjallarhorn is one of them. I still think when the Taken King comes out, the Gjallarhorn's still going to be the most used rocket in the game, just because right away you're not going to get the new weapons, and I haven't even seen a new exotic rocket launcher that's even in the Taken King. So I still think the Gjallarhorn's going to be the most used rocket launcher, and the Black Hammer's still going to be good, but it's just not going to be as good as it once was. But again, guys, that's this video. Thanks for watching. If you listened to this rant that I had, but yeah, that's going to do it for me. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll check you guys out later.